Hello and welcome. If you're watching news at the mercy of generators, then good news is on your way as Tamil Nadu government has decided to cut short the power cuts. This is Linda Hercules on News Tonight. Let me take you through the top headlines first. It's a lease of life for Tamil Nadu residents as government orders reduction in power cuts across the state. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik cracks the whip on dissidents, suspends 2 of his ministers. Violence in large parts of Bihar after an upper caste leader is murdered, police chief heckled by villagers. After Advani, BJP's mouthpiece hits out at state leaders, says some leaders are in a hurry to make it big. CBI judge who gave bail to former Karnataka Minister Janardhan Reddy is suspended, case likely to be registered for accepting a bribe. Retired Army Chief VK Singh hits out, says there is no need for an apology to be EML chief. Civil Aviation Minister announces uniform pay scale and uniform working hours for Air India and Indian Airline pilots. News in detail. A reason for Tamil Nadu to smile as the duration of power cuts has been reduced across the state. The decision taken by Chief Minister Jayalalitha in a meeting held at the Secretariat will come into effect from tomorrow. She attributed the reason to enough energy generation from the windmills and also the increased contributions from the Me Too power plants. Chennai will see power cuts lasting for an hour, while districts that endure power cuts for 4 hours will be reduced to 3. She also added that the power cuts will be reduced further once the Kudankulam power plant is ready for operations. The much-awaited power generation from the 14,000 crore rupees worth Kudankulam nuclear power plant is likely to begin in June. The trial run of the first unit, which is expected to be 1000 megawatt after loading the reactor with fuel, will begin on the 10th of June. The trial run would go on for 15 days. Asked whether a formal function would be organized for the inauguration of the project, Narayanaswamy said that nothing had been decided so far. The work was apace on the second unit and it could be commissioned in the next few months, he said.
கூடங்குளம் அணுமின் நிலையத்தை 1000 மெகாவாட் மின்சார உற்பத்தி செய்கின்ற அந்த உலையை பார்த்து அவர்கள் இறுதி உத்தரவு கொடுப்பார்கள். மின்சார உற்பத்தி செய்வதற்காக அவர்கள் 3 தினங்களுக்கு உத்தரவு கொடுத்த பிறகு யுரேனியத்தை உலையிலே போட்டு மின்சார உற்பத்தியை ஆரம்பிப்போம். அந்த மின்சார உற்பத்தி ஆரம்பிக்கும் பொழுது சோதனை ஓட்டமாக குறைந்தபட்சம் 15 நாட்கள் அந்த சோதனை ஓட்டம் நடைபெறும். படிப்படியாக மின்சார உற்பத்தி ஆரம்பிக்கும். 20 நாட்களுக்குள் 1000 மெகாவாட் மின்சார உற்பத்தியுடைய நிலையை அது எட்டும். ஆகவே இந்த ஜூன் மாதத்திற்குள் 1000 மெகாவாட் மின்சாரம் உற்பத்தி முதல் அணுமின் உலையிலிருந்து உற்பத்தி செய்வதற்கான அனைத்து நடவடிக்கைகளையும் மிக துரிதமாக நாங்கள் எடுத்துக்கொண்டிருக்கிறோம்.
Moving on, DMDK founder Vijay Kant has begun a protest in Trichy against the price hike of various commodities. Vijay Kant has stated that the central and state governments have increased the prices of various commodities and that it has come as a huge burden on the people. He referred to the government's assurances that price will be reduced as just an eyewash. Vijay Kant, who was spearheading the strike, urged the central and state government to take steps to reduce the petrol price hike. A violent backlash after the militia chief was murdered in Ara in Bihar, where the DGP was heckled by protesters when he arrived at the site. Supporters of the militia chief were involved in the violent protests.
सभी जिलों को अलर्ट किया गया है और हम लोगों से अपील करना चाहते हैं कि शांति बनाए रखें, सांप्रदायिक सौहार्द बनाए रखें और जल्द ही हम लोग पता लगाएंगे किसने ये जघन्य कांड किया है, उसकी गिरफ्तारी को उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी.
Brahmeshwar Mukhia, who headed the banned upper caste militia Ranveer Sena, was shot dead in the morning by unidentified people at his village in Bihar's Bhojpur district. Buses and office have been set on fire by supporters of the Sena. The Ranveer Sena, which was formed in 1992, played a key role in many of Bihar's infamous massacres which targeted 200 Dalits, including women and children. The Sena said it was committed to protecting the rights of farmers and was avenging the murder of members of the upper caste, often landowners, who were killed by the Naxals during their insurgency in Bihar in the late 1980s and 90s.
अन्य वरिष्ठ अधिकारी भी मौजूद हैं। हमने सभी लोगों से शांति बनाए रखने की, संयम और धैर्य से काम लेने की अपील की है। पूरी छानबीन होगी, दोषी के खिलाफ जो भी कार्रवाई है कानून सम्मत वो होगी और सारे वरिष्ठ अधिकारी
उम्र में जिस वयस में पहुंच चुके हैं उनका वो किसी के लिए खतरा नहीं थे, किसी के रास्ते में रुकावट नहीं थे। तो ऐसा लगता है कि जानबूझकर पॉलिटिकल मकसद से भी ये हत्या करवाई जा सकती है। तो इसके बारे में तो पुलिस अनुसंधान करेगी, तब अंतिम निष्कर्ष आएगा।
फ्रंट पर बिहार की बीजेपी और नीतीश सरकार फेल है। विधि व्यवस्था नाम की कोई चीज न रह गई है। अपहरण, लूट, मार काट, मर्डर।
Over to the Pudukkottai by-elections. The training for the staff at the election centres has begun today. Meanwhile, 3 lakhs of unaccounted cash has been confiscated during the routine vehicle checking. Pudukkottai goes for polling on the 12th of this month. Zakir Hussain will be contesting as the DMDK's candidate, and it is expected to be a head-on fight of the DMDK candidate against AIADMK's Karthik Tondaiman.
TONIGHT-NDTV-HINDU-010612-1 சோதனை செய்தபோது ராஜ சபாபதி மகன் கண்ணன் என்பவரிடம் ரூபாய் 3 லட்சம் இருந்தது கண்டறியப்பட்டது. அது தேர்தல் விதிமுறைகளின்படி அதிகமாக உள்ளதால் பரிந்துரை செய்யப்பட்டு தேர்தல் நடத்துனர்களிடம் ஒப்படைக்கப்பட்டது.
In another move by the central government to help revive the economy, the central government has banned the creation of new jobs in the government sector. The cash-strapped government yesterday announced a series of austerity measures, including ban on holding seminars in 5-star hotels and purchase of vehicles as it moved to restore the health of government finances. More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
मंजिल